Hi, welcome back. It has been far too long since I've let you hear my voice, my very sickly voice. It's been like 2 weeks now.
Oh yeah, but that's our normal schedule now, right? Unless you want to go.
No, it's actually been 3 weeks.
It has.
We were supposed to record last week, but you were at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was.
Yeah, you were having fun at the happiest place on earth, drinking beer.
Fun's a relative term. I mean, it's definitely here, and I will defend this sentiment to the ends of the earth. The proper amount of people that have the most amount of fun when going to Disneyland is 1 or 2 by yourself or with one other person, and that other person has to be very in tune with the fact that we're not here to fucking run around like with chickens with our heads cut off and try to hit everything. My ideal time at Disneyland, and I may seem like, oh, this dude goes to Disneyland all the time. Yeah, I have a family that has gone a lot, and I've been many times over my life. But it's always very trying for me when I go with my family, because there's literally there was 12 of us going, and if you've ever gone to Disneyland in a group of 12, you know how
hectic that sounds.
Like everyone trying to figure out what we're going to do next. What are we doing this? Well, we need to get a pass for this. We need to get a pass for this. We need to make sure we're on the disability card for this. And I was like, fuck. My favorite times when I'm there and I'm in a group is the times where I go off by myself. Because when I go to Disneyland, I go just to I'll walk around. I'll hit if there's like no line, I'm just walking around and something catches my eye, I'll go on that, or I'll go to relax. That's why California Adventure is my favorite of the 2 parks, because it's more laid back. There's fewer overall attractions to go to, but there's much more in the way for someone like me to just chill out, because they have beer and they have a whiskey lounge. And that's all I need. I'll hit a couple things. The new Guardians of the Galaxy Tower. I mean, I love Tower of Terror because I love Twilight Zone and I love the whole old Hollywood vibe. But the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower is pretty fucking awesome. And yeah, I'll hit certain things. I love just going to that damn animation center in the Hollywood area and just sitting there and watching the animation screens and walking around. I don't care about hitting every attraction when I go to a theme park or something. I go to I'll hit things at my own pace, and if I want to go sit down and have a beer or go to a lounge and fucking drink a double of Crown Royal Special Reserve, then fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I don't need to sit there with 11 other people and have them all lose their minds trying to figure out what's going to happen next. I'm like, whatever happens. That looks cool. Let's just fucking go there. There's no need to plan every fucking movement. That's just me.
Speaking of beer, we went to San Diego this past weekend.
That we did.
It was fun overall. It was kind of struggling for me in the beginning.
San Diego's a beautiful
because of the fact that I didn't really plan much and I just thought of things that we should do out of the blue. But I winged it. It was fun. Had a good time. And near the end of the trip, we stopped by a brewery called Modern Times. Yeah, Modern Times Brewery. A
little hipsterish for my taste, but
it was fun. I think I enjoyed it. As far as I could remember.
You got pretty toasty. Because
and that was the first time not a first time, but it's been a while since I was actually that drunk.
That is the most drunk I've ever seen you. I've seen you drunk on a handful of occasions, and by a handful I mean I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen you drunk. But this was the most far gone I've ever seen you. And it was glorious.
Yeah, so I've heard. I really don't remember much I did remember making Misao drink every time when she lifted her glass, and I'm like, I'm ahead of her when it comes to drinking. I tipped her glass so she could keep drinking.
Well, the thing
she's like, I just keep telling her, drink, what are you doing? And then she's like, I'm drinking. It's
because you wanted both of you to be on par. Like, you had just finished your drink, but then you had another one in front of you, but you refused to drink it until Misao finished hers and got another one.
No, the reason why I stopped drinking was because Cole told me to stop. He said, take a break. And I'm like, you, of all people, telling me to take a break?
Well, the thing is, Cole is so experienced in that field that his area of needing to take a break is far and away much more than yours. Mm-hmm. And he can recognize when someone needs to take. I mean, we all kind of realize at a point they're like, let's get this guy some water. He doesn't need any more beers. He's good. Like, he's at a good place right now. He doesn't need any more.
I don't know. I thought I felt like I needed more.
Oh, that's what alcohol does. You always feel like you need more alcohol. It doesn't matter how drunk you are. You'll always feel like you could have another drink, and you should have another drink. But that doesn't mean that you actually need to have another drink. Mm-hmm. Because you drank quite a bit. You drank as much as me, Denzel, and more than Cole did. And while, I have a little bit more experience drinking than you, and so does Denzel, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
and the fact that he was
Denzel
buying
is
2
quite
drinks
the
at
drinker.
a time. Yeah. So, like, that night had me at a point where I was feeling really good. I wasn't drunk, but I was getting to that point where I felt the tingle in the limbs, and I was definitely happy. I would say that if I had one more beer, I would have tipped the scales into just drunk. But as it stood, I was very heavily buzzed, but enough to still be coherent. But the fact that you drank as much as I did, I knew, I'm like, oh, well, if I'm this buzzed, he's fucking gone.
I've heard I was pretty gone. I remember texting Charlene, and then I texted Charlene and Miranda.
Yeah.
I just kept telling her, like, hey, guess what? I'm fucking drunk.
Multiple times?
I think I apologized to them the next day, and I'm like, I'm sorry that I acted like an idiot, but then she's like, don't worry about it. It's okay.
You don't have, like, there's no reason.
I need to look at my past texts, because
there's no need to feel sorry for drunk texts unless you say something really, really fucked up or very earth-shattering. Like, you share way too much information, or you basically say, I never fucking liked you, you're a piece of shit, something like that. There's no need, if it's any other just stupid bullshit, there's no need to apologize. I've had friends text me, like, after a round of, one too many rounds of beer pong, where we play with a rule called trolling, where if you lose the game without having scored a single cup on the opposing team, you get trolled. This usually only happens to people who are already pretty drunk, as in their aim goes out the window so they can't make anything. So they get trolled, and what they have to do is they have to sit underneath the table while more games are being played, and keep drinking while underneath there, and they're trolls, basically trolls under the bridge kind of thing.
Okay.
And I've had friends text me because they're super far gone, sending pictures, being like, "I'm the motherfucking troll king, bitch," and shit like that. Like, you don't have to worry. Just texting someone saying, "Guess what? I'm drunk." Then, like 10 minutes later, "Guess what? I'm drunk." That's Bush League drunk text right there. You don't have to worry about that.
My texting skills are completely shot when I'm drunk.
That's what makes them glorious.
Oh yeah. I say, hey, Goose, so Gues. No, with 2 S's, Goose what?
Goose what?
Kem, KM, at a brewery in SD, and Ohm drunk.
Ohm
And I'm like, wheel.
and And the person reading that's like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, this was to Miranda, and then I'm like, "What's going one? You okay? July, you doing okay? Guess how much I drank."
See, I feel like some part of your brain takes pride in the fact that you drank.
I
that much.
remember I was drunk. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, and then my mind, I'm like, Bruce, what the fuck are you doing? Do you have any idea what you're saying right now? No, you don't. You don't know what you're saying right now.
Again, like I said, at least
It makes it more fun.
It's nothing embarrassing.
What were the things that I told Charlene? I forgot. Let's see. She asked me if I was driving, and I said no. Zach is drivifulpy. It's blau. It's blau, and she says that's good. And I say OJ. And donuts worry.
Donuts. I'm just glad that I've never. I don't really text people when I'm drunk. Because I don't know. I just don't like people. So
I guess I have that tendency to just start drunk texting people.
That's a glorious thing because you know how much joy you bring into everyone else's lives. Everyone you text. Exactly. Yeah, getting the thumbs up over there. Because it's glorious. Like I said, I had never seen you that drunk before, and I loved every second of it. Because, like, you don't drink a lot, as in barely ever. Mm-hmm. So the times I do see you drink, I'm like, my boy.
It's honestly so wholesome.
It is. It's innocent in a way.
Yeah.
Even though you're getting drunk, it's like you're the most innocent drunk I have
I
ever
guess
met.
that's a compliment.
Like you're
That's
so
a good compliment right there.
you're just so happy, and you're having a good time all the time. It's like watching Little House on the Prairie with beer goggles on. Like it's like
what?
That's what the feeling I get when you're drunk. It's just I'm watching the PBS station.
What?
What
kind of comparison
alcohol.
is
It's exact comparison.
watching PBS while drunk?
You're like those little fucking like angel babies they'd sell when it comes
What?
to drinking. Like,
Wow. That's putting it lightly, I suppose.
it's like like Charlene said, it's just so wholesome. You're like you could get drunk and be praised by a fucking Baptist.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that I'm the type of drunk that's like super happy and not the type that gets like super
Either depressed,
super sad, depressed, or
belligerent,
or just plain loud and angry or anything like that.
I don't think any of our friends are that way, which is good because I know I'm a jovial drunk. I get the whole Santa Claus thing going when I'm super drunk, and I'm pretty talkative too. Like I may get a little annoying at times, but I'm pretty jolly when I'm drunk. You're just happy. Cole's just happy. At least outwardly.
Cole was very happy when he was drunk last weekend. I don't remember if you were here, but
I don't think I was.
I don't think you were here last Saturday. But
I wasn't. No, I was.
You were in Disneyland. No, it was. I think it was Friday. It was Friday.
I was at Disneyland.
Yeah. Ryan came over,
Mm-hmm.
and Ryan and Zach were playing Skullgirls on his PC.
Yeah.
I was just playing Splatoon. He was just sitting where Charlene's sitting, still drinking, and then he's just sitting still like this. You know, just crossing his hands like that, just listening to the conversation Ryan and Zach are having.
Yeah.
And Ryan starts laughing, and then Cole just goes, "Yeah, man." He just lightly chuckles, And then he's like, yeah.
It's
And then he fucking falls asleep. I was witnessing the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
It's just good. We don't have any bad drunks really in our friend group.
Have you seen Chelsea drunk?
I've seen her get... Well, Chelsea gets drunk when she smells alcohol.
Yeah,
Like-
kind of true right there.
Like, she is the very epitome of a
She doesn't
lightweight.
even finish a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Halfway through, she's already feeling something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, that was fast.
I almost envy it. I'm like, it's so cheap if you're that easy getting drunk. Like,
Cost efficient.
Exactly.
Tolerance.
exactly. You just give me one beer and I'm set for the night.
No, we need a lot more than that.
I've seen her. I don't think I've ever seen her trashed. I don't think she's ever been trashed, but she's definitely been buzzed because one drink and she's already a little loopy, and she's very jovial. She's very happy and giggly and bubbly when she's buzzed.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, we don't have any real like apparent bad drunks.
I don't know. Sometimes I disclose too much about myself. It depends on where I'm at, what I've had to drink, and what who I'm with.
I've been there for one of those extra disclosures, but that's, I mean, there's worse things than just someone who just TMIs all over the place.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend in high school who was the sad drunk. He would cradle a bottle of like whiskey and just cry himself until he passed out, like on the couch and stuff.
Jeez.
Like, so I've known bad drunks. I've known angry drunks, people who just have no business being around a bottle. But I'm glad to say that no one in this friend group is that way.
I haven't had a drink in a long time because of my medication, but I'm just happy that the last time I was drunk, it was like a really good time.
Yeah.
So
Look who it is.
Oh, someone coming in.
It is Zach.
I'm just sad that he had to be the designated driver and he didn't get to indulge.
Oh yeah. No, I remembered this. I remembered feeling something. I looked at Zach and I'm like, here. He's like, what? You're driving. I can't do this.
good.
Oh man. Yeah. So that's
A 4-hour drive can take a toll on you. Okay.
that's why
In traffic.
that's why
I deserved it.
that's why I remember during that night, because we were in San Diego at this brewery, and I'm like, there's so many awesome breweries around here that we need to go to one of those. And the good thing about that is that we can just Uber back home or anything like that. There's no need for a designated driver because it won't cost that much because it's like they're real close to us. So we need to like in that like as a group, like in that group that went to San Diego or something, go to the breweries around here that I go to frequently enough and have a good time.
I think Corey and Misa spent the night too. And then I woke up the next morning and I saw 16 cans of beer in like a box on the table, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Did they keep drinking? Zach, did they keep drinking?
No, but Corey bought like $60 worth of beer.
Yeah, that's what it was. I
Corey-
vaguely remembered that. And then I woke
yeah,
up,
that's
I saw
right.
that, and I'm like, when the fuck did he get more beer?
He didn't. He bought it when we were in the brewery, and he just brought it back with us. I remember when he brought the cans over. Yeah, big tall boys, 4-packs, tall cans of like 4 or 5 different of modern times beers, and we were like, boy, you better not be drinking that right now.
And I think I tried to get one, and then Corey was like, no.
Yeah, he's saving those for later. He bought a very large amount of beer.
Okay, so I texted Zach saying that there was something important that he needed to know about.
Yeah.
I came to the house today and I witnessed something very weird and unusual in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick it up right now. What the fuck is this? What is this?
What
What are these pens doing on the kitchen floor?
The ghosts, dude.
Christmas theme. I don't know why that's there. And a fucking pen with a gator.
What the fuck?
I was wondering what
I
these
saw
were.
that. I'm like, is this some kind of joke?
It's from the Rainforest Cafe. When was the last time one of you bitches went to the Rainforest Cafe?
And the aquarium of the
It's all dusty, too.
Yeah, I'm like,
And the Aquarium of the Pacific.
What the
You know what? I don't know. This might have been shit left over. This might be as old, like, from back when I lived in
I
this
don't know.
house.
Like, I think my dad was in here while we were out to change
Could
the
be it.
gas.
But why would he bring these two very
I don't
festive
know. I
pens?
have no
he's
idea.
he came in and he's like, you know, I'm gonna fuck with these guys.
I'm gonna put these on
I'm
the.
gonna put these on the ground and see what they think.
This looks like it once had water in here, and now it did. It definitely had water in there at one time, and now it's empty. These are some old. Oh my god! It lights up.
Wow.
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 You remember that video where the lightsaber fight, where every lightsaber noise is changed into Owen Wilson saying "Wow"?
Oh yeah. Wow.
We were at Curry House when I showed that to you. It's what was I saying? Yeah, so it was great that brewery thing. You used me and Zach as crutches to get to the bathroom on a couple occasions.
I honestly don't remember that.
Yeah, you were sitting there and you were like, I need to go to the bathroom. I don't think I can make it to the bathroom. And I was like, do you want me to help you get to the bathroom? And you're like, yes, please. And and so you leaned on my shoulder as I guided you to the bathroom. And then we were sitting on the couch later, and then you need to go to the bathroom again, and Zach was the one to help you to the bathroom.
Oh. I'm trying to remember exactly.
Like I said,
how
you
it went
didn't
down.
embarrass yourself. You didn't do
I
anything
remembered
dumb.
I was sitting on that seat and drinking, and it got to the point where, like, if I tried to stand up, and I'm like, no, I can't move, I can't do it.
Yeah, you.
I felt like a baby trying to take its first step or something. It's like I can't do this.
Oh, that's beautiful. I remember. It reminds me of my first time getting wasted. Well, it wasn't my first time getting wasted, but one of my most memorable. It was the day after my 21st birthday, and my and a friend of the family had taken me to Nausea's down there by the pier, and drank quite a bit of beer. Stumbled out of the place like right in front of two cops, and had to act like I knew which foot was my left and right, and walk and try to get back to the car without them suspecting anything. Which, in hindsight, I guarantee they knew right off the bat how inebriated I was. But because I was so young, they're like, "Oh, this dude's he's celebrating. We'll leave him alone."
We'll leave the boy be.
Yeah, but no, those beers are fine. Denzel and I had a pretty good conversation, a bunch of YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I met with my friend Denzel. He's one of the co-hosts of his own podcast called Real Nerd Hours. Really good guy.
Yeah,
Met him
he
a
seemed
long
awesome.
time ago.
That was the first time I ever met him. But yeah, we had a good conversation. Punctuated every once in a while by you coming in making a sarcastic comment.
I remembered he was commenting about my drunkenness. He's like, "Man, you drunk already?" And I'm like, "Hell, maybe." And he's like, "Weak, man, weak." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm weak." The fuck?
Yeah, it was good.
And then I forgot that he left.
Yeah, he called himself a lift.
Oh man, that was.
It was a good night.
I think there was like Spanish commentary happening on the ride back too, wasn't there?
There was what it was
Like an ad in Spanish or something.
We were trying to find because I couldn't connect my phone to the
rental
Bluetooth
car
on the rental, so we just listened to the normal radio, and out there radio stations we were like out of the range of the radio stations around here.
I wish that we were around San Jacinto because there's this one radio station that I showed Charlene.
Yeah.
It was like the radio station had nothing but mashups, whether it being really good or just fucking terrible.
Wasn't that you did that on that global like radio tuner or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was radio.seed or something.
Radio Garden.
Yeah, Radio Garden, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it says just planting seeds or something when it's like trying to find a
It's all subliminal messaging. You're gonna go kill John Lennon now.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, no, and yeah, so we were trying to find a decent station from like you in the back going, "What the hell is this?" and like shit every time it was on some bullshit.
I think I remembered making everybody still stay awake. Like
didn't
Corey
work
was
on me.
gone, and
I
I'm
fell
like, I was
asleep.
like, Corey, get up, get up, and
Oh, that
all
did
Misal
happen.
did was laugh, and then Zach was like, oh my god, oh
and
god.
and yeah, so it must have sucked for Zach because he had to drive all the way back here while everyone else was pretty toasty. And at one point, everyone fell asleep. Like, I didn't wake up until we got off the freeway back into our area.
I also remembered the next morning, I checked my Snapchat to see if I posted anything stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't, but for some reason, I found a blurry picture in one of my stories. I was like, the fuck is this? And I look, and it was just a blurry picture with a geofilter, because apparently I wanted to know where I was, but I didn't want to ask anybody. So I just took a picture and I checked the geofilter, and I forgot to delete it. I accidentally sent it to my story, and it's just... So you just see a blurry picture there. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's so... Isn't it... God, you're so goddamn adorable when you're drunk. Oh my god. I had no clue where I was, but I didn't want to bother anyone, so I checked my geofilter on
because
Snapchat.
Corey was asleep, Misa was asleep. I didn't know if you were asleep or not.
I was
I
probably
just assumed
asleep
you
at
were
that
asleep.
point.
Cole was asleep, and I'm like, I'm not gonna bother these guys. I'll just look it up myself.
I fell asleep shortly after we went on our little military base excursion.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, that I'll give you a
That
recap
was-
of what happened. So we hear you chime up from the back saying you need to pee, and then everyone else is like, "Yeah, I kind of need to pee too," stuff like that. Because I knew we wouldn't get all the way home without.
I
us
did
needing to piss
remember.
again.
I did remember Zach getting out of the freeway, and I'm like, "Oh my god, we're actually gonna use the bathroom." He's like, "Yeah, I'm taking your request seriously."
Yeah, he did say that. And yes, so but the thing is, the next exit was for Camp Pendleton, and it was for only Camp Pendleton. There was no like city streets and then Camp Pendleton. It was off the freeway, boom, military checkpoint, and and there's no space to turn around. So we're like, well, fuck. So we drive up to the military checkpoint, the entrance of the base, and we're like, hey, is there a bathroom we can use? And the gate guard was a little taken aback and said, yeah, I'm going to need to see your ID, and then you're going to follow this gentleman. He's going to escort you to where you can use the bathroom. And yeah, so Zach had to get his ID out, and they fucking scanned it with like a little handheld scanner, probably to check, like, you check any records on him to make sure he's a U.S. citizen, stuff like that. And yeah, and then had to follow a dude as he directed us into a like a side parking lot that had some porta potties, and yeah, so
Okay, I remembered that part.
Yeah.
I was using the bathroom, but before that, I told Zach we should probably stop at a Denny's or something so we could use the bathroom. Cue to that moment when I was done using the bathroom in the porta potty. I get out, I see a yellow sign with red letters that says Denny's on it, and I'm like,
but we couldn't exactly drive across the freeway into oncoming traffic to get into an exit to go to that Denny's.
okay, I give you that. But at that moment, I'm like, just fucking went Denny's, you know? It was like right there.
Yeah, so there's a record of Zach driving into a military base now
In a rental car.
because you needed to go to the bathroom.
I needed to pee.
Everyone needed to pee. To be fair, you were just the first one to voice their your need.
Yeah.
But now the government's going to be watching Zach for like a week, make sure he's not like any kind of radical, and they didn't just let like some ISIS member or something into.
You still got 2 more days, man. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
But yeah, so yeah, we went.
That was part of that.
Piston Camp Pendleton.
But
Um,
from the non-drunk adventures, it ended up being like this. Zach giving me wrong directions, taking me to a hotel.
well, it's because you never trust Zach's directions.
Okay, we're gonna make a right, go straight, and then make a left. And I'm like, all right, I'm going straight. He's like, oh, should have went right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
We drove into a Hyatt Regency because of those instructions.
That U-turn took for fucking ever.
Oh, yeah. Because of fucking train. I thought we were turning left. I didn't realize we were just sitting there that whole time just to U-turn.
Nah, man. We were trying to make a U-turn.
But, what was I going to say?
We visited Seaport Village. That was fun stuff.
Then Balboa Park.
Balboa Park.
That was pretty cool. I didn't realize when we went to, I had no experience with Balboa Park before this. Even though I've been to San Diego multiple times, I used to go with family. Yeah, we'd always just go to Seaport and then go to like the zoo and the wild animal park and stuff like that. And I didn't realize when you said let's go to Balboa Park, I thought, oh, okay, we're just gonna go to a park, hang out, I guess, for a little bit. I was expecting, jungle gym, open grass fields, and that was it.
Uh-huh.
I was not expecting like 5 different museums and like fucking like a small city inside this gigantic fucking like park in air quotations. It was basically another city in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Really would have liked to go into one of those museums, but it costs. There's a fee.
Yeah, it was like $13-$14 to go in the Museum of Man.
Which, I mean, I would have still gladly paid, but we were, we had our objectives.
That was at the time I really needed to take a shit.
Yeah.
I was complaining about that a lot.
And then we take you to like 3 different fucking bathrooms and the
Every single bathroom that I went to had no door.
No door
at all,
and the divider didn't raise all the way like up. Like you could look over the top. If you
I felt so uncomfortable, and when there was at the last one, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I told Misa to just like guard the door.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
And even then, you didn't poop all the way. You pooped a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you said. You said I didn't finish.
I didn't finish because I was in the middle of using the bathroom, and I checked the stall next to me, and there's like ants and flies just like buzzing around, and I'm like,
look at this
terrible.
Dude needs like a solid 24 karat gold toilet to take a shit. Like too important to shit with the plebs.
Just
like
give
us.
me a clean toilet seat and a freaking door, and I'm set. San Diego is now known,
or at least Balboa
as,
Park.
Yeah, fucking. Oh,
there's plenty of functional toilets that fit your description in San Diego. It's just Balboa Park doesn't have them unless it's like inside the museum. Hey,
we couldn't.
We should have
because there was a freaking private wedding.
Oh yeah, that wedding.
God,
that wedding was for some like mobsters and shit. Did you see the security? Like they had like Secret Service.
It looked pretty.
It was.
It looked pretty serious.
It was. Yeah, that was pretty. They were pretty intimidating. Like full on bald head, sunglasses, like earpieces, whole shebang.
I just wanted to use the bathroom.
That's it. We should have just paid like the $13, gone into the museum. You could have shat in the museum bathrooms, which I guarantee would have been a billion times better than the ones that were out in the parking lots, and we could have saw some exhibits. Like there's a video game area that we didn't go into.
Oh, the video game museum, right?
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
And then, but the most glorious thing we saw was in that first bathroom, or at least I saw, and I got footage of.
Yeah,
that
shit
needs
shit socks.
Socks filled with shit.
Yeah, shit socks.
Shit socks.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And you still firmly don't want to put that in the video for it, but yeah, Denzel and I both agree. If you get footage of socks filled with shit, you fucking put that in the video.
You two are bad influences.
We're good influence. Anything for views, boy.
Yeah,
My name Jeff.
My name Jeff. Anything for views.
Fucking,
I don't know. Trevor recorded a lot of footage when we were in San Diego.
I didn't want to miss anything, so I just fucking ran it for 15 minutes at a time. Like,
yeah, you recorded a lot.
yeah, I filled up, like...
I had at least a good 35 gigs in that phone.
I
And then you said,
guarantee you-
I have like there's 13 left. You're fine. I'm like, what?
I guarantee you...
You used up
think
a
about
lot.
it. Yeah, but it was 68 frames per second in 1080p, which uses a lot of space for a small amount of recording. So I did record a lot, but I guarantee it's not as much as you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's because at that quality, it just takes up a lot of space. And I guarantee you, if some established YouTuber was heard that fucking only that much for a vlog, they probably film so much more.
Mm-hmm.
And they whittle it down to whatever time they usually do their vlogs, keep their vlogs at. And they still manage to do it every fucking day.
I don't know how people do that.
You have to be apparently with the algorithm YouTube has, in order to be recommended for people and stuff like that, you've got to upload more than once a week, or you'll just be swept under the rug by the algorithm.
Damn.
So yeah, we need to pick up our recordings if we want to actually show up.
It's a tough life out there.
Yep. Apparently, the proper amount is literally every day. Every day, and you're up there with the
big boys.
As far as the algorithm
with the big boys with Gus Johnson.
Fucking
and ProZD.
Oh, he's good. I like him. What else happened?
A lot happened. I'm gonna be uploading a video of that in about probably a week or two.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of footage to go through, and I haven't even started yet.
Like I said, I just didn't want us to miss anything. So, because my idea, my thought process was that it's much better to already be recording so that I can catch things that happen as they happen, rather than have something happen and then quickly try to start recording. So it might as well already have the footage going, the recording going, so I can just swivel the camera and boom, I've got the moment. Yes, that leads to a lot of footage that's just garbage and isn't usable, but it makes it easier to get those good moments.
It's about the journey that counts.
It's about the end product, if you go by what I was doing.
It's about a lot of B-roll.
A lot of B-roll.
A lot of B-roll that counts.
Yep. B-roll makes it, dude. You got to have something to display while you play little bits of music, like royalty-free music.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's decent, at least for the purpose of a vlog or whatever. There's plenty of royalty-free music that makes the grade.
Yeah.
What's she beating up over there?
Dagnabbit cat.
I think as far as we need to go to the zoo or something next time we go down there. We just go to the zoo for a day, or the wild animal park. That was always my favorite.
Wild Animal Park.
Yeah.
I remember Zach talking about how we should just go to Legoland as a joke.
You were so opposed. Every time someone brought that up, you were like,
"Fuck you!" I was just joking. I acted like a parent that was just sick and tired of the kids' shit. It's like, no, we're not going there. We're going to San Diego, and you're going to enjoy it. We're not going to Legoland.
Legoland's in San Diego, though.
No, it's in Calabasas.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on the outskirts of some shit.
No, it's in Calabasas.
Oh. Well,
it was probably 30 miles from San Diego.
Truth be told, I've never been. Truth be told, I don't really care much for going because I can't imagine Legoland having.
Legoland was okay when I went as a kid. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but there's the operative word though, kid. I don't think there'd be much there in the way for us to do without looking like creeps or psychos. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't really I'd much rather go to the zoo or the wild animal park than a Lego themed theme park. The only thing good for us to do there is to step on Lego pieces and experience the worst pain known to man.
Yeah, step on Lego pieces. That's what I want to do. Count me
You
in.
said you were a Mega Bloks boy.
Yeah, I love Mega Bloks.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much. I mean, we had some nice deep dish pizza at Seaport.
I think that's what kickstarted my diarrhea, dude.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I think that deep dish pizza, all that cheese.
It definitely.
There's so much cheese.
It definitely fucked up my shitting. Like, we got a cheese deep dish and then a pepperoni deep dish, so there was
hardly any pepperonis in that pepperoni deep dish, so it was just still cheese deep dish.
Yeah, it was like I had trouble with the volume of shit after that. Like, I could still shit, but it wasn't a lot.
Not a lot was coming out.
You know, that's over now though. I'm shitting back to normal, but yeah, that cheese, that amount of cheese, shit, that just put a fucking cork up my ass. I was done. Stick a fork in me.
Put a dunk in it. We're done. Game over.
But it was good. It was delicious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That deep dish was pretty good.
I don't know what fucking like weaponized cheese they were using though, because as soon as that shit hit like a plate, it fucking adhered like cement, and you couldn't pry it off.
So much cheese.
Weapons grade cheddar.
And then you went to your favorite spot.
Hot Licks.
Hot Licks.
Yep. Got me some more like Trinidad Scorpion stuff. Got a Trinidad Scorpion hot sauce that's pretty fucking tasty, if I do say so myself. Like, I really like after those gumballs. It's like it's not even close to those. Oh, nice placement. Oh.
Speaking of those damn gumballs, a friend of mine named Mason is going to be live streaming. Charlene's going to hang out with Mason later tonight, and he's going to be live streaming himself trying the gum.
Yeah, I told her that she could grab some and take them to friends because she said.
And she told me that he doesn't really tolerate spice too well.
Ooh, that's a tough jumping off
It's going to
point.
be
1 million.
You
plus.
will be seeing me there tonight at 9 on Facebook.com/Mason.
Oh, you're going to be there too?
I'm not going to be there, no. I'm just going to watch it. Oh, hell no.
You want to get dinner?
No, what? What are you, crazy? I ain't got no money.
Oh,
I'm broke.
That. I was just thinking, like...
The only thing I did for, like, the past few days
noodles.
to recover was just fucking watch anime. That's all I did.
An anime.
For some reason, like, I don't know why, ever since I got that Netflix
My
account...
Hero Academia?
We didn't know. On Sunday, we watched an episode of My Witch Academia, and I'm like, I wonder what this is like. No, not Shirley. Misa was like, she fucking talks too much. Like the main girl.
I saw a few episodes of that. Yeah, it's
she talks a lot.
Yeah.
I actually watched the entire season. I was like, I like the animation though. It's for the people who did like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill.
That's probably why people liked it.
And
This
stuff
is
like that.
made by those guys.
So I watched.
I remembered that a guy that looks like Chumley's in it. There's a guy that looks like Chumley.
Yeah, he's the store owner, the magical shop owner.
Yeah,
Magical
and
Shop
what
Cafe.
I heard that the guy who voiced the Chumley in Little Witch Academia, he also voiced Chumley in the dub of Pawn Stars, so it fit perfectly.
Oh, he does the Japanese dub.
Yeah,
for
he's
the
the Japanese
Pawn
dub
Stars?
of Chumley from Pawn Stars. So it was perfect. And like it
Looks
could have.
exactly- I wonder.
Have you seen what Chumley does now?
What's he do?
Besides being on Pawn Stars, he fucking plays Pokemon TCG online. He streams himself on Twitch playing Pokemon TCG online.
My boy.
When I found out, I'm like, what?
I heard he was-
That's so.
I heard he was like a
Weird.
wild guy too. Like
I guess he tamed down and he's like,
Like-
you know what? I'm just gonna play some fucking Pokemon.
I heard he
TCG.
gets in trouble with the law, like a lot of public drunkenness, and I think he weapons charges. I'm not sure, but
Oh my god.
yeah, the dude's. I don't know. I can't put any any like fact checking and what I heard, but it's I've heard that he's very
He's a
like,
very
out
stand-up
there.
guy. He's out there. But yeah, besides watching Little Witch Academia, I finally watched One Punch Man.
Oh, you did?
I was way late. It's really good.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
I enjoyed it.
There was like so many tense moments, and then fucking God, what's his freaking name?
Which one?
The main character.
Main character?
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, what is that?
Oh yeah,
Saitama,
Saitama is just. It was just so funny to me. I don't know why. Like, the timing was just impeccable. when it
I
came
went to
the
read.
jokes.
I went to read the like after watching it, I went to read the manga because I knew that I felt like the animation was just was a little all over the place. Like, you know, it was a bit fragmented with a baseline story underneath, and I was like, oh, there's probably a lot more detail in the manga. Nope, manga's just as disjointed and all over the place as the animation is. I was like, oh, okay. So I stopped reading the manga.
That's what Saitama always says. Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah,
no.
besides that, I watch The Daily Life of High School Boys. Because, like,
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's the one show that John told me about because I love Nichijou so much.
Yeah.
Nichijou's
which
a
one's
really...
Nichijou? Is that Boyanetta?
No, that's not... What the fuck? No. Boyanetta.
It's just a comedic slice of life skit anime. It's like outrageous, and like the animation budget's like way too high for its genre.
And, like,
adds to
fucking...
the comedy.
Yeah, fucking Square Enix actually, like, sponsored the show, too. It was really good.
It's
So which one are we talking about?
It was the one with the weird chase scene I showed you.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure you probably remember. Like, there's the one scene where this guy's just eating, like, a wiener on a stick, and then he's about to drop it, and one guy's about to catch it, but, like, the stick stabs him in the hand. So then, like, he lifts the stick up in the air, like, he's just in pain, and the other guy tries to catch it with two hands, and it fucking stabs him in the hand. So he's doing the same thing, and I'd have to show you it myself.
Yeah, I mean,
It's really
let's
good.
put on like an episode or whatever after this.
It's so funny.
But
If you look up a funniest moments compilation, it just shows you the whole anime.
oh no, the only like skit. Oh, it's like skit. So it's like it's like several minute episodes.
No, it's like 20 minutes long, but there's
Oh,
like
so
a bunch of
like
random
episodes.
segments.
It's like they have different parts. Like there's like Nichijou Part 1 and Nichijou Part 2, or like then they have sub skits like Helvetica Standard Part 1. But it's all like each episode.
Oh no,
is 30
I'm
minutes.
not. Oh yeah, well Nichijou too, but like
Oh, are you talking
there's
about
another
Daily
show that
Life?
the show that I was talking about also involves the word Nichijou, but it's just like the daily life of high school
Oh
boys.
yeah. Okay, my
But
bad.
yeah, you should watch Nichijou as well. It's really
I
good.
always refer to Nichijou.
Is it on?
as
Is
Nichijou,
the
and then-
daily life on Netflix?
No,
Netflix has been putting a bunch of anime on their service. Like,
Yeah.
there's they're trying to compete with like Crunchyroll and stuff. And Sony just bought Funimation.
they did.
Yep, 98% controlling shares,
Holy cow,
with 2% left for the original founder of Funimation.
that must be a lot of money.
Yep, Sony bought the entire platform. So you're probably gonna see a lot more anime on like PS4s and stuff. Maybe like
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
But yeah, we'll watch an episode or something after we're finished recording. But
I think it's almost time to stop. We already almost hit the 50-minute mark.
oh, nice. I haven't watched too many animes. I mean, it must seem like because we're rattling off names that I do watch it. But I haven't watched one in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think I shouldn't say a while. The last one I watched was Little Witch Academia, and that's because it was on Netflix. And
I always joke around and I call it Little Witch Macadamia Nuts.
But yeah, that one's an all right one. I've been meaning. I don't know. gosh, I don't know. I'm always little put off by like big name ones that like everyone's like, oh, it's so good. Like, so I've been
So
meaning
like
to,
like Attack on Titan and stuff like that.
I watched a bit of Attack on Titan, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I liked it, and then I read the manga farther than I watched the show, but at a point I was just like, yeah, it's you know, it's just everyone dies and everyone's sad. Great.
Everyone dies. Everyone's sad.
But like everyone right now, like the big thing is My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like a big one right now.
Yeah, everyone.
I've been
everyone
meaning
likes that.
exactly. I've been meaning to like maybe I'll give it a shot, but just the fact that so many people are like it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to watch it now.
That's me with Game of Thrones. Like since
Ever.
ever, and I just got into it now, and I'm like, this is good. I like it.
I
You
still
should read the books.
I still haven't watched Game of Thrones yet.
I heard the books are really long. Like, I mean, well, they're obviously
They
they're
get
really
longer.
long,
Like
but,
each one
but
gets.
I heard
longer.
that like the
Mm.
author just takes like 3 full pages front and back to describe a book on a shelf. Like,
Oh my
It's
I
God.
don't know if
really
there's that
distinctive.
much detail. George R. R. Martin is a good author.
yeah, I've heard
But-
mixed things because one of my friends is like, oh my god, I start reading and I lose track of time and I like can't put it down, and then another friend of mine is like, dude, he takes like forever describing like something.
I never felt.
Pain.
No, there was. The only time I ever felt bored with the book wasn't until later during the chapters that have to do with Brienne of Tarth and Jaime Lannister.
Oh, I
Like-
just watched the episodes.
Yeah, in the books, those are a little dull, and like the ones with Catelyn Stark.
Yeah.
And the ones with Catelyn Stark.
Yeah, I mean they're a little dull because there's not much action. Like everyone, there comes a point where everyone's like, "Just give me another Arya chapter, god damn it!"
Honestly, and it's like that for the TV show too.
But I definitely recommend reading the books. I mean, I don't want to seem like those people like the books are better, but
Uh-huh.
Just take a look. It's in
in
a
a
book.
reading Rainbow. But no, you should. I mean, I have all the books if you want to borrow them to read.
Maybe.
I'd have to pull them out at something. I don't know where all of them are at the moment, but I have. Yeah,
But it's there.
everyone. And the main problem with George R. R. Martin is he takes fucking like 10 years to write a book.
Yeah.
Like people are still waiting on the next chapter.
Yeah, I've heard. And he has plans, like, tentatively for when he dies and doesn't finish it.
Yeah, he's given people like the rough outline on how the story should end in the event that he dies before he manages to finish it.
Wow, that's dedication.
Well, it's also because he's not exactly the world's healthiest dude. He's pretty fat. Doesn't really keep up with his health. So it's just as a failsafe because he's got a. I wouldn't be surprised if he's only got a couple more years before we hear like he passed away due to complications from the type 2 diabetes or something. Yeah, no, the books are good. But yeah, back to the original thing is, I know I should probably watch like My Hero Academia, but the fact that it gets all hyped up, I'm like, yeah, it
I
kind of
feel the
puts me
same.
off.
Yeah, I feel the same way about a lot of things too.
I like the like less known stuff that like John will put me onto or something like Akagi.
Oh, I don't know. Akagi isn't really like. It's not the type of anime that's like not well known. I mean, it's loved by many, but
Yeah,
it,
but I
it just
mean-
doesn't have that much. Doesn't have that much advertising for it since
It's
fucking
good.
brutal.
I mean, but the thing is, if you watch that anime, you have to know.
what
You
the
have to
fuck
know
is going on.
Basic rules for mahjong, because they do like very little explaining in the show. It's pretty much
It's like, don't know how it goes? Figure that shit out.
It's a sports anime for mahjong, like, but with crime and stuff like that, I guess.
Like, I remembered that he was
And
talking
big
about
noses.
Akagi, but I watched a little bit of Kaiji, which is basically like a continuation, but it was all about gambling.
The
That one was brutal.
the book I bought when I was learning how to play mahjong had in the back like a bunch of listed of variations of the rules and stuff like that, and one of them was God, what was his name? The ending villain in Akagi, the one where when they're playing with clear
With clear tiles.
and stuff like that. Like it had the rules for that and like a picture of Akagi's face.
God.
And it's like, yeah, this method of mahjong was popularized in the manga Akagi, the man who something. I forgot the full title of the anime, but yeah, no, I like that one. I like ones that aren't super hyped, but that's I guess it's a little hipsterish to say.
Yeah.
I liked it before everyone liked it.
Well,
Like, have you ever heard of?
ever heard of Life?
It's a good cereal.
It's a good cereal. Good game.
Cinnamon Life.
Good board game. Oh.
I went to college and then had children.
And then I had too many children, so
And
I
I gotta
kicked them out of the
retire.
car. I just remembered back then when Zach bought Life cereal. Every time when he leaves, if I'm the first one back in the house, I always flip the box upside down. He's like, "Hey, look, I flipped your Life upside down." And then he's just staring up. He's staring up in his face right now, and like the first time, he's like, "Oh my god."
Visual puns.
Never a dull moment here in Casa de Zachy Bruce. I tell you what.
Zachy Bruce.
Zachy Bruce, yes. Okay. Good time to end. We are about to hit the 1 hour mark.
Nice.
So-
Talked about drinking and
Talked about San Diego. So, little recap. Gonna be posting a video about the San Diego trip soon. I'm getting blanks here.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, and thanks to our special guest that chimes in here and there,
I wonder how
Charlene.
Oh, thanks.
I wonder
And-
how low her voice is in the background because
It's probably like,
it's only set to bi-directional.
you know,
so.
he's probably.
But
Anyways,
yeah.
goodbye.
Bye.